All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High God, Yahweh. Of course, we do so by Shema Mashiach, YAHAWAH'S. It's going to be an interesting and a good lesson tonight. Please like, subscribe, share, tune in, get in the get into this class as soon as possible. Please get your notepads ready, get your pen and pencil ready as we go into this breakdown to these scriptures tonight. Definitely want to give a major shout out to the 12 tribes scattered abroad, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Shalom to all the brothers and sisters that's joining in live to watch this beautiful lesson tonight by the Ak Hezekiah. You might know him as Courtney. You might know him as brother Hezekiah. We call him Officer Hezekiah over here. He's got a good lesson for us tonight. So please sit back, chill, relax, take notes, ask questions, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring him in. Again, a good brother right here, good brother in Yahweh's camp. Tonight's lesson, as you can see the title, it's another War Zone Wednesday. All right, another War Zone Wednesday with Yahweh's camp. We got the title of Yahweh, how to serve Yahweh, and the rectification of wicked Israelite women. All right. So without further ado, I definitely want to hand the mic over to the good brother Hezekiah. All right. And again, if you got any questions, comments, concerns, put them in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and share. With that, I'm gonna hand it over to the brother. Go ahead.
The water. This is Yahweh's camp, another War Zone Wednesday. I'm Hezekiah. Call Allah Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shabbarakatham. And let's go ahead and start this class off then, man. This lesson on how to serve God and rectifying our wicked Israelite women. And I just want to say, man, with all this stuff going on now in the world, you know, all the wars going on, the famine, inflation, you know what I'm saying? Stuff just happening out of the wazoo. This is the time we definitely need to come back to Yahweh, and especially people who are not in this truth. This is the time where you should turn and you should repent and make no haste, because Yahweh's not playing, and he's going to send his son back soon. You could tell because of the Israelite nation waking up. We're all over the world. And we're coming out here breaking down these false doctrines and tearing down these strongholds. So it'd be best to open your Bible and start reading it word for word and asking questions of Israelite men, these so-called prophets who you see on these corners, who y'all say look like Power Rangers and look crazy. You know, it's best for you to try and come back and get this word. So I'm gonna start the lesson off. If I can get a reader to read Deuteronomy 10 and 12. It's gonna be Deuteronomy 10 and 12. And the first portion of this lesson is going to be how to serve the Lord Yahweh thy power. You guys, I just want you to notice too, it's not how to serve Yahweh Shai or Jesus Christ. It's how to serve Yahweh, our power, Yahweh Shai's Father. So we're going to start off with Deuteronomy 10 and 12. Might get somebody to read that and read it to 10, read it to 13. Baba Gashah, Wat the water, whenever you're ready, go ahead and let it go.
Hey, Salaki, before I don't know who's going to read it, but I definitely wanted to commend you, Ak, on that statement you made about serving Yahweh and not Yahweh Shai. I think a lot of brothers and sisters in the Israelite community will give the Most High and the Son the same amount of praise and the same type of praise. And I think that was important, Ak, that you made that distinction between we actually serve and worship the Most High God, as a lot of the brothers in the OT community will accuse us of having idolatry. You're worshiping Yahweh Shai or Jesus Christ and no other gods before me. And I don't know. I don't think a lot of brothers or sisters actually put that in the thought about, who we actually serve. And we we are in a way, you know, Yah. It's funny you said that. We are Yah only, but we do that in the name of Yahweh. So that's
right. That's
yeah.
right.
I thought that was pretty clean, King. Honestly, I thought that was clean, and
What
all praise to the Most High. I don't know who's reading.
I can read. I can read if I don't have a reader. I definitely can read myself. It's no
I got you.
problem.
I'll read.
Okay,
Okay,
come.
go,
Come.
go
See
ahead.
it on the screen, or do you
Come.
see it on the screen?
Say what now? Yeah, what's on the screen? Read what's yeah. Deuteronomy 10 and 12,
Con.
13. Baba Shah.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what doth the Most High require of thee, but to fear the Most High, thy Elohim, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Most High, thy Elohim, with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
So yeah. So basically, right there, that's the beginning of this lesson, and the beginning of this lesson is very sound. I mean, there's no a way around what Yahweh wants us to do, and that is to serve him. That is to walk in all his ways, which means you have to rehearse his righteous acts. You would have to do what he tells you to do. You know, a lot of people, you know, they get it misconstrued. Well, I serve the Lord just by loving other people and loving everybody, but that's not in the Bible. That's not in the Bible. I'm sorry, folks. This is what Yahweh's camp and a lot of these camps come out here to do, to tell you that you're wrong. We've all been wrong. I was wrong too. For many of years, I was wrong, and I thought that we didn't have to serve Yahweh. That the only thing we needed to do was love everybody. And who the hell who told us that? Where does that come from? Love everybody. Where does that come from? I mean, you'd have to find like especially all my brothers in Yahweh's camp. We don't play around with this joint. You'd have to find. And we tell everybody all the time. We'll pack it up. Find us in the Bible where Yahweh himself, the Lord God of Israel, find it in the Bible where he tells us to love everyone on the planet Earth. Anybody that wants to chime in, who's not an Israelite, who's a Christian, throw something in the chat. Prove to us that we have been wrong when we go out in the highways and hedges teaching this word, or Warzone Wednesday, or just the upload of a video that we want to produce from the Bible. We gather from the Bible, then we want to basically convey it to others. You'd have to prove us wrong. And I haven't seen anybody since I've been in this truth able to prove us wrong. So it says to serve Yahweh. That means you will be his servant. Yes, to some dudes who do not know how to read and some people who are ignorant, they'll say serve. Well, that sounds like slavery. But that I don't want to do that. I got to serve somebody. I got to be his butler. Yeah. Yes. Yes, you have to serve him. That means you do what your father tells you to do. I guarantee you those same guys running their mouth about serving Yahweh, I guarantee you if they had their fathers in their life, like I have my father in their life, there are some brothers that were fortunate to have their fathers in their life. If your father told you, clean that kitchen up in 20 minutes, I don't think you would run in the room and say, Pops, that means servitude. That means I got to do something for you. That means I'm your slave. You wouldn't dare. I know Israelites who are not in this truth, who will not even advise or correct their father in a mistake. When he's made a mistake in the world, I know Israelites still won't even say anything. Same thing goes with the mothers. I've seen women and their mothers be incorrect, and I say, yo, help her out. No. Who am I? But you'll question Yahweh, the man who created the whole entire earth, who gave you life. All types of Israelites question him. He gets all types of questions. Some Israelites even shun him. All I got to do is love people. That's all I got to do is love my mama. Mama said. You sound like a bunch of idiots, man. And Deuteronomy 10 and 12, it clearly says that we must walk in all his ways to serve Yahweh thy power. And that's what we're doing. That's what you see Israelites out here doing. And you see us growing. All types of camps everywhere, flourishing. Coming up out of nowhere, I'll be seeing 2, 3, 1 brother on a corner by himself teaching this word. You know why he has the confidence and the strength and the cojones, the testicular fortitude to actually go on that corner and teach the word of God? Do you know why? It's simple. Because this Bible is the truth, and it is Yahweh speaking and telling us what to do. It's simple. It's simple. So we're gonna move on. Let's and that's how you serve God. You have to fear him. You should do what he tells you to do, which means keeping his commandments, living up to his laws and statutes, walking in all his ways. Sometimes you got to go and help your brother, man. You might have to do you might have to wash his feet, man. You know what I'm saying? Call your brother up, ask him how he's doing. Take care of that brother, because that's a commandment. That's a commandment of the Most High, to take care of one another, love one another. A lot of Christians use that. Well, it's only the two. It's only the two that Jesus said. Love God with all your heart and love thy neighbor. Well, loving God with all your heart is doing what he told you to do, keeping his commandments. For this is the love of God. Somebody get me that real quick. For 1 John 3 and 4. Somebody get me that real quick. Let's read that for all our, for the audience, so they'll know where this lesson is beginning and inevitably where it's going to end at.
So like you mean 1 John 5 and 3?
Yes, sir. 1 John 5 and 3. Salakia.
Con, I got you.
Con, King.
This 1 John 5 and 3, it says, for this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
For this is the love of God. So number 1 and number 2 that all Christians and all these New Testament folks like to use with Jesus Christ, where they can nullify and disregard the Old Testament. They use those two. Well, Jesus said, love God with all your heart. Well, how do you love God? The captain just read it for you. And that's what he wants. That's his love. Yeah, you guys think that he wants you to hug him. Well, you can't hug him because you can't see him, and you can't kiss him. You can't shake his hand because you just can't. You'd blow up. He'd blow the whole earth up if he appeared on the earth. So you might as well leave that alone. That's trash. That's basura. You might as well leave that alone. You can't hug him. You'll never get that close to even see him. That's why I said, for this, read that for me again. Baba Gashab, read that for everybody again.
It says, for this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
So we must keep his commandments. That would mean you are in servitude under the Lord thy God. You have to serve him. That is how we serve Yahweh. by keeping his laws and commandments. And you want the man to love you and love you back, and you want to love him, the only way you do that, people, the only way you do that, Israelite nation, is to keep his commandments. So don't get it twisted when Yahawashi says these two. Salakia, go ahead. Go ahead, Aniel.
Con, I just had a precept.
Go ahead, bring it out.
It's the book of Nehemiah, chapter 1 and 5. Just to piggyback off of what you're saying, to those who keep his commandments is who God loves, right? So Nehemiah 1 and 5 says, and said, I beseech thee, O Lord, God of heaven, and the great and the terrible God that keepeth covenant and mercy for them that love him and observe his commandments. Yeah, that's a distinction.
Yeah, that's cold. That's cold right there. That's where your love, that's where your blessings, that's where you start to actually feel the presence of Yahweh in your soul, in your spirit. Of course, you ain't, like I said before, we're not going to see him. That's what keeps me in the truth. Keeps a lot of brothers in the truth, knowing that you are doing something for somebody you'll never see. We know he's here, but everybody on the planet who ain't doing what we doing, you don't even see the man. How you know he exists? Well, this book is prophecy. It's a magic book. I've said this many times on war zones. I've said this many times at camps. I've said this when I've read for brothers. I said this even when we are outside just talking and politicking with each other. I've said this. This book is a magic book. It's the only where you think everybody get their movies from? Harry Potter comes from the Bible. They need to have something that they could produce from a boundary or a rock, or should I say a foundation. The foundation is the Bible. That's where all your pictures come from. Most of your music comes from. It comes from the Bible. Hey, America was built and set on judicial laws. What's the real word of judicial? Come on, man. In most countries, the 10 Commandments is embedded in their laws. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not kill, or murder. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Please, man. So everybody wants to, they want to act like they want to follow the Bible. Some people even use and incorporate some of the Bible's laws into their laws, right? But you can't follow his perfect law all to a T. You can't do it. I meet Christians and I meet Muslims and I meet atheists. You know what they tell me? You can't keep any of those laws. They're super hard to keep. You can't do it. Nobody can keep those laws. Not a single one of them. And I asked them, my first question is, when's the last time you murdered someone? And they look at me distraught, dumbfounded. Root word of dumbfounded, dumb. When's the last time you stole from a store? Most of these niggas, most of these Israelites say, I ain't been a murderer. Yeah, because if you did, you good at it because you ain't in prison, nigga. You a good demon. You good at what you do, demon, if you have murdered and you ain't in prison. So you can keep the law. I ask a woman, you can't keep any of the laws. They're too hard. You can't do it. When's the last time you slept with somebody's husband? Ma'am, you can keep the laws of God. And he said they're not grievous. But everybody talk, they're hard. They're super, super hard. I don't know. Nobody can keep them. The break one is death. It's definitely for all of them. I mean, you just can't do it. Even to keep the laws is a sin. I've heard that before. To keep the laws is a sin. Find it in the Bible. Prove it to us. So again, folks, the law is not hard to keep because people do it every day. Hey, you don't run that red light, so you'll listen to the white man and his laws. You listen to the white man and his laws, but God's laws are super, super hard and you can't keep them. But Israelites keep them all the time. Israelites keep them all the time. Hey, that's a trick question for all you Israelites to ask another Israelite who say he can't keep law. Ask him, when's the last time you murdered somebody? Since you can't keep them. Salakia. Move on. Somebody give me Galatians 5 and 13. Baba Gashah.
I got it for you.
Khan. Whenever you're ready. Read it whenever you get ready.
It's book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 13. For brethren, ye have been called unto liberty. Only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh, but by love serve one another.
So another commandment is that we should serve one another. First of all, to serve one another, to help somebody else, you basically got to serve the Lord first, because that's helping yourself. And once you're able to help yourself, you are then able to help others. Liberate them from their afflictions. That's what we're here for. That's why we have to be brothers. That's why God says, love thy neighbor. We have to be our neighbor's comforter. We have to be there for them. The helping hand. That's what we're here for, to love one another, not to shun, not to envy, not to covet, not to hate. We're supposed to be here to serve one another. That's a commandment. That's crazy. We're supposed to serve one another. He wants us to serve each other. And when you go out to camp and you got your man's back and you hold post, you serving that man, you helping him. Feast days, moon days, you're serving that next man by being there, because that's a commandment. It says, gather yourselves together. You are there now in service. You could be doing something else. Israelite brothers could be doing something else. But no, when you do these things and perform and rehearse these righteous acts, you are now serving the Lord. And that is how to serve Yahweh. That is how we serve Yahweh, by doing what the man asks us to do. I'm gonna go with 1 Samuel 12 and 24. 1 Samuel 12 and 24. Try not to be too long tonight. I know my last joint, I was up here for a minute. Try to make it well, I'm gonna take my time, but definitely don't want to be up here long-winded. And I know brothers got to go to work, Read it whenever you got. Let it go.
It's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 12, verse 24. Only fear the Lord and serve him in truth with all your heart. For consider how great things he had done for you.
You see that? You see that? So you see what happens when you start to serve the Lord? Good things. Good things come. Blessings. Blessings come. I remember we were at a feast day one day, and priest said, what you want? You want blessings, or you want to curse? I would say I want good things to happen to me. So of course, what I want to do to be proactive to make sure these things happen for me, these good things, I would serve the Lord. I'm gonna have to, if I want good things to happen for me. And I've seen it. I've seen it. So you ain't gonna tell me that he ain't gonna do nothing for you. You ain't gonna tell me that he ain't gonna bless you, because I've witnessed it firsthand. Some of us Israelites, some of it. Go ahead. You go ahead, Cat.
Oh, Salaki. No, I was just gonna say something real quick to touch on that point. No, that's powerful because if you think about it, the Lord bless a lot of us, even though we ain't even deserve it. Even
Come.
waking us up and bringing us into this truth, that's a blessing in itself,
That's right.
right? So we was in the midst of all type of wickedness and evil, and the Lord still blessed us and gave us this knowledge and woke us up, and we ain't even deserve it.
Come, man. I was, I was out there being wicked, bro, committing all types of follies, man. It took the Lord to wake me up. It took me to get back in this thing, to read this Bible, reconnect with Yahweh the power, and do what he says. Before I used to, I used to read the Bible here and there. I used to go to church, but there was no connection with Yahweh. I didn't have a connection. You know what I'm saying? And so the nexus, of your connection is to actually open this thing up and read it. You can't listen to, TD Snakes and them telling you, about their white Benz and their picket fence houses and their jets. And this is what God, you see what God did for me. I got a jet. Through the congregation thereof, I got a jet through the Lord. That's not how it happened, brother. That's not how it happened. Somebody give me Romans 12:1. We're gonna keep this thing moving. Bob Gashaw off the water. When you read it, call it and go for it, man. Bob Gashaw.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you thereof, Salakia, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
Which is your reasonable what? I'm sorry.
Which is your reasonable service.
Which is your reasonable service. Again, folks, you Israelites, not for everybody else, I'm speaking for Israelites. You Israelites were put here to serve. That's why we on the bottom right now. That's why we on the bottom. That's why we being punished. That's why we went through all those captivities back in the day up until now, because we chose not to serve him. We want to serve Guadalupe. We want to eat under the golden calf. Bless the golden calf. We want to worship and serve a big rock in Mecca. Doesn't talk. Don't do anything. You can't ask that rock nothing. That rock ain't gonna tell you nothing. There's other brothers out here who worship water and trees. Well, brother, next time you go and you talk to that tree and he tells you something, write it down. Write it down or record it. That would be good. We've all got smartphones. If this tree can talk to you, you should be able to record what he tells you. Bro, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, I just don't think people know how to serve the Lord properly. That's why we go out. That's why we teach people for the wind, which is not animate. Teach the trees and the leaves, which is also not animate. Well, I mean, of course, yes, trees are alive, but do they have a conscience? Do they have a spirit? Do they have a soul? Do they even have a heart, which we talk about is the brain in the Bible? Can they actually give and relay to you pertinent information that is going to make you stronger in life, that will help you proceed in life? Salakia, go ahead, Aniel.
I just had a precept for that as well.
Go ahead, bring it up.
Let me pull it up real quick. 13. Khan, no, I just wanted to bring out that Wisdom of Solomon verse. Again, just to kind of piggyback with what you're talking about.
Con.
Asking, go down to, and just read Wisdom of Solomon, this is 13, and just read 17 and 18. It says, "Then maketh he prayer for his goods, for his wife and children, and is not ashamed to speak, which that hath no life. For health he calleth upon that which is weak. For life pray to that which is dead. For aid humbly beseecheth that which hath least means to help. And for a good journey he asketh that which cannot set a foot forward." I'm just read 19. "And for gaining and getting, and for good success of his hands, asketh ability to do of him that is most unable to do anything." So again, this is just an example of a man who is asking these or practicing this idolatry and praying for good success, for protection, for direction from an idol that has no means to set foot forward, that is unable to do anything for itself, and yet is asking for power from this inanimate object.
Con, you see that? You see that? You see that? That object that it can't, it's not going to tell you. There's Muslims that go to Mecca every year to kiss a rock. Just like Anael, the brother Anael just said, I mean, this object is not going to step forth and give you any information, any vital information, nothing. And people praise it. People probably be dreaming of, I can't wait to take the pilgrimage to a rock, to a rock, an inanimate object. You are ready to go. The anticipation is abnormal. I can't wait to go kiss a rock. But the Lord said you should not worship wood nor stone. So what do we got going on here, folks? You got Israelites that'll come to our camp and we ask them what their nationality is. You know what they say? I'm a Muslim. That's not a nationality. I've heard that so many times. That's not a national. There's even Israelites, when you ask them their nationality, they say, I'm a Christian. That's not a nationality. Man, where the hell are you? Where the hell are you guys? Where are you guys getting this? Who's teaching you guys this crap? Even when I was in this world, I knew not to say Christian, that's a religion. I would say I'm black or an African American. Right? So some of these Israelites, they even think that they in their right mind. They not even in their right mind, bro. You going around here worshiping a gemstone on your neck, chakra beads. It gives me energy, and I can talk to these beads, and these beads give me information on life. Well, prove it. Prove it. You know, my father always taught me, whenever you talk to a man or a human, more than likely he's going to be social and talk back to you. What? Yeah, not beads, not a rock, not a tree, not water. Come on, folks. Moving on. We go. Let's get please somebody get me 1 Corinthians 15 and 58, Baba Gashah. 15 and 58. So yeah, thank you for that precept, Aniel. That was beautiful, because that goes right back to what I was saying about these guys, or these Israelites who think they could worship anything, man. That's how God. That's why Yahweh did what he did to us back in the day, man. Look how many punishments that we've gone through because of the worship of a false god. And one of the first commandments is, there shall be no other god before me. How What do you Christians break down from that? There should be no other God before me. That means you can't put no Jesus piece on your door. You can't do that's idol worshiping. When did Yahweh tell you get a cross with a Edomite man on it and worship that? When did Yahweh say that? Even his son didn't even tell you to do anything like that. Find it for me. When did Yahweh say wear a cross with the white man on it and worship that? That's me. Salakia. Read that out when you got it, bro.
Come on, I got you. This 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord.
There you go. See that? Keep moving, laboring for the Lord. And guess what? Your labor will not be in vain, man. Good things, good fruits shall therefore be produced, man. Labor, work for this man. Work hard. Hey, like I said before many times when I'm talking to the brothers, I've told them many times, yo, it pleases me to please him. Hey, to make him happy makes me happy, bro. Makes me happy, man. Trying to tell you, bro. So we got to walk in his ways. We got to please him. We got to labor. And if we labor and do good works, our laboring won't be in vain. Good fruit shall therefore be produced, man. And that's what Israelites want. That's what a real, true, humble Israelite who's down for his brothers, down for his father first. You're down for the father first. And I ain't talking about your biological. I'm talking about the heavenly father. Because you got to love him before you love your own mama. That's in the Bible. That's a commandment. Do many people keep them? La-ah. Shio la-ah. Right? So that's the first thing you got to do is you got to come to the fact that the first person you got to love and worship more than anybody on this earth. Excuse me, and he's the only one you worship, but the first person to love and love even before your children. Yeah, man, it's cold. That's cold, yo. That's cold even before your son and thy daughter. You can't put them before Yahweh. If you can, find it in the Bible. Prove it to me. And I mean, of course, I'll take correction. I'm good at taking correction, constructive criticism. Always been good at that. And I would love for you to humble me and prove it to me that we could even put our children before the Lord Yahweh. I'm looking at the camera. So let's move it on. Hey, thank you, Cap, for reading that for me. That was awesome. Let's get me. Matter of fact, one of my favorite books. Somebody get me Baal and the Dragon, and start at first chapter. Go to the first chapter and start at 2. Baal and the Dragon, 2 from the top, and verse 2. Baba Gashab. Whenever you got it, call it and let it go. Go ahead, Cat.
Hey, come, real quick. Yeah, that was clean. I wanted to bring up a quick scripture out. Baruch 6, verse 14. It says, this is Baruch, chapter 6 and verse 14. And he that cannot put to death one that offended him holdeth a scepter as though he were a judge of the country. This is the Most High going in, like putting like a diss record out against the other gods, right? So we're talking about how these other gods really don't have the power. It's actually created by its own creator, which is crazy, right? Like the creation created the creator, their creator.
Right.
Right then, verse
He
15.
said that he said that he will make other gods for the other nations too, right, Cap?
Khan, that's right. But the Most High
That's fire.
is only for the Israelites. You so-called
That's right.
blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and the brothers and sisters, of course, that's scattered abroad. But verse 15 says, he hath also in his right hand a dagger and an axe, but cannot deliver himself from war and thieves. Right? This God can't even deliver himself, whereby they are known not to be gods. Therefore, fear them not. For like as a vessel that a man useth is nothing worth when it is broken, even so it is with their gods when they be set up in the temple, their eyes be full of dust through the feet of them that come in. And that's a heavy scripture, because the Most High is really saying, man, these other gods, for lack of better terms, man, are self. They're not even self-dependent. You know, that they can't function because they're not real, and they rely on the creation to even maintain the idol, the material. You know,
That's yo,
heavy.
Salakia. Go ahead, Cap. Salakia.
Now I was gonna say that Baruch 6 is heavy because it goes in.
Yeah, that's heavy. That's fire that you brought that out. That's fire that you brought it out, because I mean, look at, just like you said, the other gods. He created, Yahweh created these other gods for these other nations, and like you just said, which is beautiful, is that they can't even hold weight to him because they have to depend on the Creator, which is Yahweh. Look what it says in the Quran. I mean, it says I have bestowed Israel as my favor upon the whole entire earth. So there you go. What you just said, Cat. There you go. There's the Muslim God of the Quran saying Israel. That would mean that you would have to follow thy light, and that light belongs to the Lord. We belong to the Lord. So it goes right back to what you were saying. That was a fire precept. Fire precept, Cat.
Oh,
Fire. The water for that one.
and the water king.
Con, I needed that one. Yeah, somebody get that bell and the dragon. That was a great one right there, because it goes right there. That fits with this lesson right here about serving Yahweh and what he's put on this earth for other people to serve. And we can't do what other people do. My father used to tell me that all the time. I'd be like, well, Damien and them, they could go to a party and stay up to 12 o'clock. My father would be like, well, you ain't Damien. Cut like that, straight cut. And I had to shut my mouth. Does Damien have the last name such and such? And I'd be like, no. So that means you ain't him. You can't do what he do. And we can't do what the other nations do. Great precept, Rob. Great precept, Cap.
Con, you said start at verse 2.
Start at verse 2 of that Bell and the Dragon.
Con, this Bell and the Dragon, verse 2. It says, and Daniel conversed with the king and was honored above all his friends. Now the Babylonians had an idol called Bel, and there were spent upon him every day 12 great measures of fine flour, and 40 sheep, and 6 vessels of wine.
So with this idol, when Daniel was in captivity, he was super smart. So the king always had him beside him. And this idol that they were serving, the Babylonians, when he was in captivity under the Babylonians, when the idol that they were serving was an idol called Baal. And here you go with the servitude. Now let's see who Daniel was about. Let's see who Daniel was about. Jump down to 4. Jump down to 4 for me, Cat.
Come, verse 4, it says, and the king worshipped it and went daily to adore it. But Daniel worshipped his own God.
Say that again. Who did Daniel worship?
But Daniel worshipped his own God.
Daniel worshiped his own God, which is Yahweh thy power. Daniel didn't care where he was at. And Daniel was arrogant with it too. Daniel was arrogant with this one right here. He didn't care where he was at. He worshiped his own God while these people, the Babylonians, are worshiping this idol named Baal. And they had an idol which they worshiped that was a dragon. And Daniel was a servant of the Lord thy God. Keep reading, Cat. Baba Gashah.
It says, and the king said unto him, why dost thou not, Salaki, it says, why dost not thou worship Baal? Who answered and said, because I may not worship idols made with hands, but the living God who have created the heaven and the earth, and have sovereignty over all flesh.
What? I mean, this dude the king could have dropped him right there. The king could have like slipped, boom, you get the sword for disrespecting me and my idol Baal. And Daniel told him, he basically gave him the what for, so to speak, so to say. He gave him the what for. He said, I worship my God, the God who created the heavens and the earth. That God is Yahweh. And that's what it means to serve the Lord. You will not falter, and you will show no quarter to anybody else. Your Lord is the Lord Yahweh thy power, and that's it. That's it. That's your rock. That's your foundation. That's where the building starts to start being construction and manufactured, from the foundation, from Yahweh. And Daniel told the king plainly, yo, that's what I do. I worship the living God. Dang. You know what? He cut him right there. He was being very disrespectful. He called Baal dead. That's a Comic-Con. He said, I worship a living God. That basically telling the king, your God is not even like Amiel and me bought it out earlier. Like we all been bringing, you worship an inanimate object is what you're worshiping. And Daniel broke it down and said, I worship the living God. Get this right here. Let's see here. Jump down to 14. Jump down to 14. Baba Gashah.
Verse 14, it says, so when they were gone forth, the king set meats before Baal. Now Daniel had commanded his servants to bring ashes, and those they strewed throughout all the temple in the presence of the king alone. Then went they out and shut the door and sealed it with the king's signet, and so departed.
Keep going.
Verse 15, it says, now in the night came the priests with their wives and children, as they were wont to do, and did eat and drink of all. In the
You see that?
morning,
So go ahead. My bad. Go ahead. Salakia.
it says, in the morning, but Tom the king arose, and Daniel with him.
So what's going on here? If a lot of people don't know this story, what's going on is the king is basically telling Daniel he don't know what he's talking about. Right? So the king says, well, I leave food and wine for Baal all the time. And at nighttime, I shut the doors. And when I wake up in the morning, the food is gone. Right? This is what he's telling Daniel. Right? But it's his servants. It's the king's servants who are actually going in there and drinking up all the wine and eating the food to please the king, so that the king keeps worshiping Baal. That's what's going on here. Right? So it's trickery, buffoonery. There's the Baal can't do Nathan. Baal can't do Nathan. Right? So keep going, keep going.
A Salaki, Hey, real quick, hey, even that in itself is crazy because if that's a living God, why do you have to feed him like he a pet? Why
Come,
how you
come,
how you trying to feed
come.
how you trying to feed your God like he your pet cat or something or your pet
Mhm.
dog?
You leave something at his footstool, you know, and hopefully
That's
he eats it while you sleep. Come on, man.
yeah, that's
Come on, man.
wild. I thought
That's
our God
wild,
was
bro.
supposed to provide for us, but with them it's the
Right.
other way around.
It's the other way around. That's right. That's right. I
Con,
wonder what Baal had ever told the king. What did Baal ever do for the king?
right.
Nothing. Nothing. And that's why you had Daniel right here. That's why Daniel called his servant, said, hey, bring ashes. Bring ashes and light up and spread the ashes around where they put the food right around Baal. Just spread the ashes out. Now keep reading, not keep reading, because this is deep. This is very deep. And this is why this lesson is so important and so pertinent that we must serve the Lord thy God. Look at Daniel. He's doing this in the face of a king. He could be killed. Keep reading up.
Con,
Baba Gashah.
verse 17. It says, and the king said, Daniel, are the seals whole? And he said, yea, O king, they be whole. And as soon as he had opened the door, the king looked upon the table and cried with a loud voice, great art thou, O Baal, and with thee is no deceit at all. Then laughed Daniel and held the king that he should not go in, and said, behold, now the pavement, and mark well whose footsteps are these.
You see that? But you see, before Daniel held the king in, before going in, Daniel laughed. He was arrogant with it. He was arrogant with it. He laughed. He laughed at the king. Hey, that's how a lot of us Israelites look at Israelites not in the truth, worshiping Nimrod on Christmas. Dude, you worshiping somebody that slept with their mother. That's that's who you worship, bro. And that right there ain't really too funny. That's kind of weird, bro. That's kind of weird, bro. That's kind of iffy, man. You know, you worshiping a guy that slept with his mother, man. That's kind of pause, man. That's bro. You see that? And that's why Daniel he laughed. He said, whose footsteps are these, King? Keep going, keep going, keep going. I ain't gonna be too long on this. I just wanted people to capture this story so they know where us Israelites are coming from and what we're supposed to do to be servants unto the Lord thy God. Sometimes we got to be hardcore. Sometimes we got to be hardcore, man. Even in the face of adversity, even faced with death. That's a Comic
Con,
Con. Go ahead, I'm
con,
sorry.
now you good. Verse 20. It says, and the king said, I see the footsteps of men, women, and children. And then the king was angry
Oh
and took
snap!
the
The king. Go ahead, Salaki. Go ahead, Salaki. I'm sorry. I'm excited. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, King.
No, I was just about to say that the king was then angry then. So all these years, he never even thought to test out his own belief. He's so strung up in his own rock, his own Mecca, that he never thought, you know what, man, I don't know if this is too good to be true, bro. He accepted the folly. He accepted that, hey, I don't know who taking the food, but I know that it's Baal. If I left it in there and closed the doors, it's got to be the god Baal. So then, when the king saw the children and the women and men footsteps, he then became angry. Now jump down to 22. No, you know what? You know what, King? Go ahead and read 21. Read 21 for me, Baba Gashah.
Con, verse 21. It says, and took the priests with their wives and children and showed him the privy doors where they came in and consumed such things as were upon the table. Therefore the king slew them and delivered Bel into Daniel's power, who destroyed him and his temple.
You see that? So the king slew those servants who went in there, basically trying to look out for the king. You don't want him to be mad. We want to keep him. We want to keep him comfortable and making sure that Bel is doing exactly what he thinks Bel is doing. Let's go here and eat this food. Let's go here and eat, drink the wine, so that the king is happy. But no, they just angered the king, and he slew them. Then he told Daniel, "I don't care no more about this Bel. Destroy it." And Daniel did. Right now, keep going to go to 23.
It says, and in that same place there was a great dragon, which they of Babylon worship. And the king said unto Daniel, wilt thou also say that this is of brass? Lo, he liveth, he eateth and drinketh. Thou canst not say that he is no living God. Therefore worship him. Hey, Salakia, hey, that's crazy. Cause it's like he ain't learned his lesson the first time.
The first time, he just had we got another god. It's a dragon. We got another one. and look, guess who he's questioning, the man that basically debunked the first god. He basically told you you worship an inanimate object, man. He told him. Then he says, well, you know what? I got a dragon over here that we worship. So now you worshiping multiple gods. You worshiping multiple gods now. And now you have to even get confirmation of Daniel if this God is real. Come on, man. Right. And guess what? Believe it or not, there is nothing new under the sun. Just like the Bible says, there are still creatures of this earth, like our fellow Israelites and other creatures of this earth who are of the Gentile nations, who believe in these other false gods, man. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Jump down to okay. You were already done with that. Keep going on 25. Keep going.
Come on, verse 25. It says, then said Daniel unto the king, I will worship the Lord my God, for he is the living God. But give me leave, O king, and I shall slay this dragon without sword or staff. The king said, I give thee leave. Then Daniel took pitch and fat and hair and did sieve them together and made lumps thereof. This he put in the dragon's mouth, and so the dragon burst in sunder. And Daniel said, lo, these are the gods ye worship.
Salakia, that's like Shub or at camp saying, is this your king? You know what I'm saying? Is this your king, man? That's what Daniel was saying. He was arrogant with it. Why not? Why not be arrogant? We worship the only true living God. We've seen him. And not only have we seen him, other nations have seen him perform miracles for us. They've even seen it. And Daniel has a right to be arrogant with it in the face of death. Bro, that is how you serve. That's how you serve Yahweh, man. That's what this lesson is about. You got to serve him with all your strength. Make your body a living sacrifice according to Romans 12:1. You have to become a living sacrifice, a walking death box for the Lord Yahweh, man. You better be able to take swords and bullets for the Lord Yahweh, man. That's what Daniel did. Strong and powerful, mighty brother, man. That's what he did. So when you get down to that, when Daniel says, "Lo, these are the gods you worship," he's being sarcastic. He's being very facetious with the king. And this is not, Daniel pushing it now. Daniel's pushing it. You know what I'm saying? Being very, very facetious with the king. Somebody in rulership. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Cat. Go ahead, Cat.
Verse 28. It says, when they of Babylon heard that, they took great indignation and conspired against the king, saying, the king is become a Jew, and he
The king, Salakia, Cap. They said the king has become what?
a Jew.
Keep going. Ain't that something? Keep
and,
going.
And he have destroyed Baal. He have slain the dragon and put the priest to death. So they came to the king and said, deliver us Daniel, or else we will destroy thee and thine house. Now, when the king saw that they pressed him sore, being constrained, he delivered Daniel unto them, who cast him into the lion's den, where he was 6 days.
Salakia. So there you go. You can stop right there. So the moral of this story is that Daniel served the Lord no matter what. Because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be his servants. And Daniel got thrown into a lion's den, bro. A den full of ravenous lions. A lot of people ain't figured this is like the detail of that story. This is the detail. This is a story getting broken down of why he was thrown into that pit, man. And it was because he was being very arrogant about our Lord, thy power, Yahweh, man. And he proved to the king over and over. And then the people saw it too. And the people became dismayed. They wanted to kill Daniel. And they threw him in the lion's pit, man. The moral of this story basically goes back into what the lesson is today, is that we have to keep his commandments, because that's servitude. Yes, we're under servitude under the Lord. No, it ain't no chattel slavery. He's not stripping us and making us work the cotton field. But yes, we have to serve him. That's what he wants us to do. That's the contract that we made with him. And we broke the contract. Remember, there's stipulations in contracts. There's things that you can do that's going to benefit you in that contract. And then there's things that you don't do, if you don't do it, that will not benefit you, that will cause strife and stress. And under God, under Yahawah's rules, man, some of those things could get you killed. Some of those things could actually get you killed. He could actually take your life for not doing what he tells you to do. And so how to serve God is, hey, you better look at Daniel as a great example. I mean, the perfect example is YAHWAH'S, of course, but there's plenty of examples of men in this book doing what the Lord told them to do, and representing with their face pointing at death. And you know what? Here's the good thing, is what all of us was talking about since this class has begun, is that the blessing that Daniel got is that, guess what, guys? None of those lions killed Daniel. Not a single one. If somebody correct me if I'm wrong, captains, but I don't even think the lions touched him, did they?
Nah, not that I see.
You see that? You see that? He survived in a pit full of, and it wasn't just male lions. You got female lions in there, and female lions are dastardly. Oh, they dastardly, bro. So he survived 6 days in a pit full of lions. There's your blessing, folks, for servitude and walking in his ways. There's the blessing. But no, I don't see him. Guess what happened to Daniel? He got out of that lion's pit unscathed, unhurt, not a bite, not a scratch mark. Thank you for reading that for me, Kat. That was beautiful. I hope that was good edification for our viewers on what Daniel did and how Daniel served the Lord, and maybe they could actually use that as their a template for coming into this truth and starting to do the right thing and starting to do what's right by Yahweh. Salakia for that long read, but hey, I think the group needed it. I think the people out there needed that. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. Let's go to somebody give me 1 Peter 2:9. 1 Peter 2:9. Because this example of this lesson is about having a strong mind and being strong-willed to stay fixated on your task at hand. And the task at hand is that the Lord wants us to follow his instructions. That's the task at hand. No deviation. Shalakia. Whenever you got it, call it and read it. Baba Gashan.
Khan, you said 1 Peter 2:9.
Yes, sir.
Khan, this is book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
You see that? He called us. And that call was to perform his duties. And that it was to become that marvelous light, man, upon the nations, man. Because inevitably what this breaks down or what it gets to is us being able to do what he tells us to so that we can teach the other nations. That's what we're here for. We're here for a reason, folks. Israelites are here for a reason, and we're here to make the world better. God put us here to make the world better. We chose to do something else because we some hard-headed, stiff-necked people. Which you also know, that's how you know we the Israelites, because we the most stubbornest, ignorant, stiff-necked, hold our necks up high, and hell, we won't even look at you when you talk to us. Some of us don't even have enough respect to look at each other in the eyes, man. Sad. But we're here for a reason. We're here to be that light. Y'all need to straighten up and fly right, man. Y'all Israelites going off, doing all this wicked stuff. Y'all need to straighten up and fly right, man. That's the only way we're gonna get into this kingdom, man. Y'all niggas need to behave. Start behaving according to the Bible. Appreciate you reading that out. That was beautiful. We're gonna jump down to let me see, because this list is 934. All right, let's somebody get me let me get 1 Chronicles 28:9. 1 Chronicles 28:9. Baba Gashah. When you get it, call it and read it. Commandments, folks. Go ahead.
It's 1 Chronicles chapter 28, verse 9. And thou, Solomon, my son, know thou the God of thy father, and serve him with a perfect and serve him with a perfect heart and with a willing mind.
I'm sorry. What did he tell him to do? I'm sorry. Sorry for interrupting. What did he tell him to do?
Khan, he said, to know thou the God of thy father, and serve him with a perfect heart and with a willing mind.
You see that? Servitude, but for Yahweh. Good servitude, not the bad. Serving him brings you blessings. And you see that right there. Serve him with all your mind, all your heart, man. That's what Solomon had to tell his son, man. I mean, hey, and look, David told Solomon when he was dying, make sure you follow the Lord. Shew thyself as a man. Show himself a man, bro. So there's a litany of scriptures in this Bible where Yahweh and what he wants and all he wants is for us to serve him, to do what he says. Like I said in the beginning, in the opening of this joint, you ain't gonna go run and tell your mother or your father when he told you to mow the lawn before he gets home. You ain't gonna go in his room and say, but that sounds like slavery. That sounds like I have to serve you, like I have to do something for you. You wouldn't dare. You wouldn't dare. Let me tell my father some stuff like that. I would have got cracked over the head, brother. Cracked over the head. For real, like straight, like punched in the chest. Straight like that. That's how my father got down. You ain't asked when he told you to do something, no questions, brother. You don't question him at all. You can go in your room, close the door. He used to tell us. He's like, you got anything to say? You go in your room, close your door, and go in your closet and whisper it. My father said, I better not even hear it when you go in your room. So I'm gonna come in there and I'm gonna open up a can of Spodiote. So if you ain't gonna talk to your pops like that, come on, brother. Come on, guys. How you gonna disrespect the man? How you gonna disrespect YAHWAH'S power? Y'all need to get it together, man. Y'all need to get it together. Let me get James 1:27. And then if I can get somebody to get open up that Psalms 27:5. James 1:27, Psalms 27:5. Try to speed this thing up a little bit.
Did you want to finish out that verse or just go ahead?
Yeah, finish out that verse. Baba Kashah, Salaki for doing that, for interrupting.
For the Most High searcheth all hearts and understandeth all the imaginations of the thoughts. If thou seek him, he will be found of thee. But if thou forsake him, he will cast thee off forever.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, you want to go to 10?
What was that? Was that it on that?
That was it on that.
Okay, Khan. You see that? Do you want to be cast off? You know what I'm saying? That's just like I'll reiterate. I'll tell you what the priest, said at a feast day a couple months back. I mean, do you want the blessings or do you want the curses? Those are questions questions that need to be answered. What do you want? I mean, I don't want to be cursed. And I know a bunch of us on this panel, and I know a bunch of us in this camp. We don't want to be cursed. That's not a good thing. You'd rather have blessings than to be cursed. I mean, it's the same thing I'm talking about at your parents' house when you were young. You know what I'm saying? Would you rather be able to watch TV till 10 o'clock and then go out and go skating with your friends on a Saturday night? Or would you rather be on punishment? No TV, no friends, you're in bed by 8. Which one would you rather do? I guarantee you everybody gonna say the former. That's what they're gonna go for, the former. And then you have your silly niggas be like, I don't care what happened, you know what I'm saying? In my fact, I ain't never even had no daddy. I just stay with grandma. That's part of our problem. That's part of Israel's problem. That's mainly part of Israel's problem. Auntie and Big Mama running things. We're gonna get to that in the second portion. And blow that out the frame too. All right, let me get that James 1:27. Whoever got Psalms 27:5, bring that out. But bring that James 1:27 out first. Baba Gashab.
Come, I got it.
Come.
This James 1:27. It says, pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world.
Come. You see that? You see that? So if you become friends of the world and you just want to be in the world. I want to go clubbing. I want to smoke me a blunt. You know what I'm saying? Snort me some niz. You know what I'm saying? Get some niz, put it on the table, put it in my nostrils. I want to pop a molly. I want to pop some perk. That's you being spotted of the world. That's you living in the world. You know what I'm saying? I want to have sex with my best friend's girlfriend, his wife. You know what I'm saying? After, you know, she just had the baby 3 months ago, you know what I'm saying? But she been looking at me kind of funny. So I might have to smash that. That's you living in the world, man. That's folly, man. That's going off, man. That's going off, man. You got the berserker mentality right there, man. Can't trust you at all, man. I can't have you fighting next to me. You full of betrayal, man. Full of deceit, man. And that's what that means, man. You'll be known as a friend to the world, and you'll be spotted of this world. You're a target, man. You're a mark to the Lord thy God. You're a mark, man. Y'all gotta get yourselves together, and we gotta start loving each other. Hey, ain't nobody telling you to rush into this Bible thing, man. Ain't nobody telling you to do that, but you gotta make haste to start reading. You got to make haste start. Hey, get you one commandment, get you 2 commandments. See if you can break those down in 2-3 weeks, man. And then go on and break the others. Go ahead and start doing, not break them, but, you know, doing them, rehearsing, reacting. You know what I'm saying? Doing these commandments. You ain't going to be able to do all 613. Not all of us can do all of them. There's commandments for women, and us men, we can't do them. So there's, of course, commandments that we ain't going to be able to do. Hell, there's no temple, so there's no sacrifice. Of course, there's going to be things that we can't do. But the things that you can do to the best of your abilities, I think you should do it. The Lord wants you to. YAHWAH'S, his only begotten son, he wants you to. That's what he came for. Everybody thinks that YAHWAH'S came to save the whole earth, but that doesn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense. That doesn't make sense? The theme in the Bible, in the origin of the Bible, takes place in the so-called region of Africa, Eurasia. Right? So YAHWAH'S, when he sat down, he never said, yo, you know, I want the whole entire earth to keep God's commandments so we can be the light. He never said that, man. Nowhere. Nor did YAHWAH'S say, you ain't got to do them. I came here to tell you, you ain't got to do them. So how does that make any sense when the Bible says YAHWAH'S was perfect? In all the walks, in all the commandments, he did what the Lord, he was a servant. YAHWAH'S was a servant of the Lord. But you guys got to tell me, where did he come back and say the laws are done away with? He never did, man. He never did. Because the Lord sent him here to switcheroonie the Israelite people. Because we were going off. He didn't send him here to walk around and not teach us anything. That doesn't make any sense, folks. And then when he died on the cross, he came for the Israelites first. It says that all over the Bible. And then he died on the cross, and he died for everybody. It doesn't say that anywhere in the Bible. It doesn't say that anywhere in the Bible. Nowhere. All right, Khan, let me get that Psalms 27:5. Whoever got it, call it, read it for me. Baba Shah, let it go.
Khan. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 27, verse 5. For in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock.
That's a blessing. In the time of trouble. That's a blessing. He'll hide you. He'll keep you safe. If you're doing what he tells you to do, man. You gotta be strong with it. You gotta be strong with it in his truth, man. You gotta walk in his ways, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. He'll save you, man. Hey, look, man. I've seen it. I can't lie to y'all. That's a sin. I can't lie to y'all. I'm telling you, I've seen it. I've seen him perform these miracles, brother. He'll help you out in your time of calamity if you are doing what he tells you to do. And then there's sometimes where, you'll know if he ain't messing with you, because you can start doing whatever you do, and you might get little things happening for you. And if you don't get punished And if you don't get reproved, if you don't get chastised, then you know that he ain't messing with you. That's a bad thing, bro. That's a bad thing for an Israelite. Because I've seen it where I've gone off and 2 days later, I'm like, oh man, he got me. He got me, bro. Seriously. Straight like that. I've seen it. So we're gonna move on. That was a good one. Appreciate that one. That Psalms 27:5 is fire. Let me get 9:46. All right, 10 o'clock. I'll jump to the all right. Let me get Ephesians 6:1. 6:1. We're gonna keep it moving. Whoever gets it, call in and read it. Let them things go. And that's something he got you in here. Yeah, Ephesians 6:1.
Come. This book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 1. Children, obey your parents in the Most High, for this is right.
You see that? So again, he's giving you a commandment. And just like I've been talking this whole time, I guarantee you, like I said, none of you guys were going in your dad's room or your mom's room and telling them what to do and when to do it and how to do it. You weren't going to do that. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. And the Lord just says here, children, obey your parents. And it is right to obey your parents. Hey, the priest and the elder went into that over the new moon. Beautiful lesson on how we should obey our parents and make sure that we're obeying the Lord first. But you got to make sure you obey your parents. It helps you help everyone else, man. It just helps you get strong. When you obey the Lord's commandments, such as obeying your parents, it just helps you get stronger, man. It helps you, it improves you as a person, as a new Israelite, a new baby coming into this world. It improves you. You know, once you kill off that old man and you start obeying the Lord, man, you'll see it. You'll see the same thing for you ratchet Israelite women. Once you kill that woman off, once you kill that demon, you'll see it. You'll see it. Let me get James 4:4. That's a good one. Let me get James 4:4. Baba Kashah. Let me get James 4:4 real quick. That's a good one. This is how you know you better serve the Lord thy power. You better get on that train fast, man. Hey, we ain't got that much time, man. He got wars going on in like 4 different countries right now. He's got famine going on in like 70 different countries. Excuse me, not 70, but like 3 different continents. And more famine is here to come. He's got diseases percolating in mad countries. And I use that word loosely. Percolating. Fermenting, festering, if you will. He ain't playing, man. YAHAWAH'S not playing. Y'all niggas, y'all better straighten up and fly right, man. You don't have that much time. You don't have that much time because YAHAWAH'S about to crack that sky open. And he's gonna be very, very intent on erasing silly ass niggas. Remember, 2/3 of us got to go. Damn. all y'all that want to keep wearing your pants off your butt, sagging and going to clubs, and the girls that want to twerk, hey, 2/3, man. 2/3. Whoever got that James 4:4, call it and read it for me, Baba Gashah.
God, I'm here. All right, it's James 4:4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whoever Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High.
Woo! That's cold. That's cold, bro. Whosoever is a friend of the world is it. Read that last part again for me, brother. Read that last part again. I don't think they heard you. I don't think they heard you.
Con.
A lot of Christians, man, they'll hear stuff like this and they'll say, that's not what that means. Well, tell me what it means then, silly.
Con. Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High.
Yo, I don't want that smoke. I'm sorry. I don't want that smoke, man. I don't want that beef. For real, bro. Now, when you start loving the world, you riffing. You out here riffing on the Lord, man. I'm telling you, I don't want that smoke, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Hey, I don't want it, man. Hey, I don't want it for you. Y'all niggas better quit riffing on the Lord, man. For real, straight like that. Quit riffing on that man because he see you. You being enemies with him. That don't sound good, man. I do not want to be an enemy of the Lord Yahweh. Here's some people that like to get punished, man. Hey, bro. yo, you're a weirdo, man. You're a weirdo, man. I want blessings. I don't want no curses, man. And I definitely do not want to be an op or a target for Yahweh. That's a Comic-Con. I definitely don't want that, man. Read that one more time, Aniel, but not from the top. Start at the verse right before the enemies of the Lord. Start at that one. Let him hear it one more time.
Con. Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High.
Yo, I mean, what do we do with that? I mean, how do we? You can't finagle your way around that. You can't. I mean, there's no type of movement. There's no circumvention. There's nothing you can do to get around that, man. If you love the world and I like Thanksgiving and Easter Sunday and 4th of July and Christopher Columbus Day, that means you love the world, man. I like to pop some Molly and drink some lean. So occasionally I dabble in a little heroin here and there. Then you're a friend of the world. I like to go to clubs and party all night and cheat on my wife and not take care of her, not take care of my children. I like to have sex with my cousin's wife. Then you are a friend of the world. You are a friend. I like to listen to hip hop music when only it talks about killing niggas. I like that, and by rating our women, whores, thoughts. You know what I'm saying? The other word. I ain't gonna say that, but it's the other word. And that means you are an enemy of the Lord, man. Like I said, if you guys want that, man, hey, man, you want to be a glutton for punishment and a glutton for death, hey, man, hey, have at it, man. I don't want that for you, but my hands are washed, bro. We're out here doing this work, and we're out here trying to tell you guys what to do to get out of your situation that you're in with Yahweh. Who knows what situation you are dealing with in the world? I'm not going to speak on that because I don't know. But what I do know is that you're in a situation with the Lord if you're a friend of the world. You're in a situation. You're in what some military people will call a pickle. Or some military would use the word foobar. Yeah, you're pretty screwed up, man. So let's go to appreciate that. Hey, thank you guys for helping me out. Anybody got precepts, please bring them out because I need all the help I can get from you guys. I don't know too much about this Bible like that. I'm still new at this. I'm learning. So help me out anytime, captains. Anael, please, when you guys get a chance, if you want to, I would love to have your help. So let's go to Romans 12 and 11. Let me get that in the NIV. Somebody let me get that in the NIV. Put it up on the screen too for him, Anael, the NIV, Romans 12 and 11 for me. Baba Kashal Watawata. Yeah, man, it's a lot of you Halika Mavats running around here thinking y'all know everything, and y'all looking like some zombies, man. You look all jacked up, you look all disheveled. You know what I'm saying? Your life is in shambles. Hell, some of y'all brains is in shambles, man. Some of y'all, I mean, I be still trying to think how some of y'all actually function. For real, I'm still like some of y'all. It bewilders me. Some of y'all go to work. And you're able to function. I mean, I just don't understand what's going on up here in the knocker. You know, and they say your frontal lobe is supposed to develop at 25. I don't know if that's all true. I don't know if that's true because I see a lot of 40-year-old, 50-year-old men, 60-year-old men, and it's like birds up here. Tweet, tweety, tweet, tweety, tweet, tweet, tweet. That's what's going on up here in that brain, man. I don't know. But I love you, and I implore you to please don't listen to me. Pick up your Bible. That's what we're here for. We tell y'all all the time, you know, don't just get it from us. Pick up your Bible, man. Get some correction. Go ahead, bring it out whenever you got it.
Khan, you said you wanted 12 and 11?
12 and 11, yes, sir. Khan King.
This book of Romans, chapter 12 and 11 in the NIV. Never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor, serving the Most High.
You see that? There's that word again. First it said, never lack in your zeal. That means the zeal for the Lord, man. The zeal for the God. Don't lack in it, man. Don't lack at it. Get your ammo cache right. Get all your ammo right, man. He's giving it to you. He's giving you over 80 something books. See, he's giving it to you. He's giving you all the ammo that you need, man. Speaking on that, you know, there's a lot of people, you know, who said, you know, you're not serving the Lord. How? And they walk up on us, they see us with our fringes on, they still tell us we ain't serving. Then they see the weapons. They see weapons. Well, that's not how he gets down. He doesn't do that. Why y'all got knives on you? Why is there guns? Why do y'all have bulletproof vests? Well, that's because we follow his instructions. I mean, if that's a good answer for you. We follow his instructions, and if not, and if me telling you that we follow his instructions is not enough, there's plenty of scripture we can go to where the Lord is telling us that he wants us to be armored up and ready to go. I mean, hell, the whole book of Numbers and Judges is war. It's war. Numbers is all about war. I mean, somebody get me Luke. Somebody give me Luke 22 and you give me Luke 22 and 36. Baba Gashah. When you got it, call it and read it. Nah, you guys aren't doing anything for the Lord. You guys got on weapons and knives. You guys look militant. You have black boots laced up to the T. Our pants are not sagging. They know that. They realize that. That's why they say we militant. They're strapped up. They've got guns and knives on them. They've got bulletproof vests. Well, that's a commandment. We supposed to be strapped up. Yep, that's in the Bible. That's in the Bible, folks. We supposed to be strapped up. That is a commandment. And guess what that also is us doing? Serving the Lord. We're serving of the Lord. Whoever got that Luke 22 and 36, bring that out. Bring that out. For all you Christians who call us Power Rangers with spears and swords and guns on us. Bring that out. I think this red letter. I think this red letter, yo. Come on, man. Come on, folks. Bring it out whenever you're ready, yo.
Con, I got you. It's Luke 22:36. It says, Then said he unto them, But now he that hath a purse, let him take it, and likewise his scrip, and he that hath no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one.
Hold on. That's not in the Bible. You have to read that again because I need to know. I need to know that that's in the Bible. You might have to read that again. And everybody else who's watching this, they don't think that's in the Bible either. I think we need to hear that again. I think we should hear it again.
Con, it says, And he that hath no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one.
What? Come on now, folks. So there's the answer to all your questions. That is us serving the Lord. That was YAHWAH'S, who everybody ignorantly calls Christ, telling us if you don't have a sword, sell your garment and go get one. So yes, you see us out there with knives. You see us out there with the burners on us. You see us out there with bulletproof vests. That's only because we're doing what the Lord told us to do. Arm yourselves, protect yourselves and your family. And if you ain't got no sword, sell something and go get one. And that's a commandment from YAHWAH'S. That's our big uncle. Big uncle just told us, nigga, if you ain't got no damn weapon, Salakia for the expletives, if you ain't got no weapon, bro, you need to sell your clothes and go get one. If y'all think the 12 apostles was walking around YAHWAH'S, following YAHWAH'S with no weapons, y'all crazy. That nigga Peter was strapped up. All them niggas were strapped up. Swords, bro. And back then they had those broadswords. They had those Roman broadswords, brother. You get hit with one of those, bro, something is coming off. Hey, Peter sliced the man's ear off, man. For a nigga coming up with that radio, with that mouth. And Peter sliced, he was right beside YAHWAH'S. And there you go, Christians. We are serving the Lord Yahweh, our power. And it's not gonna stop. We're not gonna stop. We're not gonna put our swords up for you. You don't tell us what to do. Yahweh and YAHWAH'S. Those are the only people that tell us what to do. Not you. Foolish. Y'all foolish, man. And them same people talking about, hey, they got guns and knives. They got guns and knives on them too. Idiots, man. Hypocrites. The hell out of here, man. Let me get Deuteronomy 28:15. We about to close this portion up and go to the basics on how to serve the Lord and what you need to do, what he told you to do. And we'll go ahead and wrap this portion up on how to serve Yahweh, man. This is a beautiful lesson right here. I thank you guys for helping me with this too, man. For real, straight like that. When you got it, call it and read it.
You said 28 and 15?
28:15. Baba Gashah.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Most High, thy Elohim, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And that's what I was saying earlier, man. Like the priest was saying, man, what you want, man? What you want, man? You want curses or you want blessings, man? If you don't do what he tells you to do, all these curses will come upon thee. And look what our forefathers did, man. Sometimes I be in here, man. I kind of be a little angry at our forefathers sometimes, man. I get a little angry at them, man, because they let us down, man. Just like even some of the seniors walking around here today, 70, 60 years old, walking around here talking about something, when you coming over to my house for Christmas, you're a failure, man. You failed us, man. And then you have us in church on Sundays, failing us, man. Nothing but a bunch of failures, man. Hey, I was in that world too, walking around failing my people, man. Walking around telling people, hey, man, the white man okay. Come on, man. Not all of them are bad. Come on, man. The Moabites, man, they good. They good people, man. Not all of them are bad, man. Come on, man. You can love them too. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But the Lord said, if you don't keep his commandments, all these curses, not blessings, all these curses will come upon thee. I don't want no curses, man. Like I said before, I don't want beef with Yahweh. I don't want that smoke, man. I do not want that smoke with him, man. Hey, any man on this earth, if he wanted to deliver some smoke, hey, I'm ready for it. I ain't scared. But that's men. That's a mortal man. Yo, I'm shook, yo, when it comes to Yahweh. I'm straight shook. I'm not trying to deviate, and I definitely don't want to be his op. Straight like that. All right, we're gonna get finished with this joint. So let me get John 12 and 26. And then, well, yeah, let's do John 12 and 26 first. I got 3 more, and then I'll shut this portion down.
It's the book of John, chapter 12, verse 26. If any man serve me, let him follow me. And where I am, there shall also be there shall also my servant be. If any man serve me, him will my Father honor.
You see that? You see that? So you serve the Son, his Father's gonna be like, okay, that's what's up, man. And if you serving the Son, guess who you serving? Because Yahawashi did everything God told him to do. Yahawashi also did everything God told the Israelites to do when he was had Moses on the mountain. Yep. And those people refused to do what Yahweh told them to do. Not all, but most of them did. And that's why he had to send a son. It's the only reason why he sent a son. You know what I'm saying? And when Yahawashi walked the earth, Yahawashi did everything that the Lord commanded him to do and everything the Lord commanded the Israelites to do. Basically showing us out. Basically trying to show us how to serve the Lord. He was the perfect example, the perfect. And he knew he was going to die. You think Yahweh wanted to die? No. That's why the nigga was walking around with gray hair at 33. A full head of gray hair at 33. Because he had to deal with you simp ass niggas, man. That's what he was dealing with. He had to deal with y'all simple ass stiff neck niggas, man. Trying to tell y'all to keep the commandments, man. Y'all out here on a Sabbath day selling. Y'all out here committing adultery, raping little women. Some of y'all being freaking homosexuals. Pause. That's why he came here. To show y'all how to serve the Lord. That's what he was here for. Some of y'all niggas still don't get it. Even back then. Salakia. Even back then, y'all didn't get it back then. All right, so let me get Matthew 25 and 21. I'm gonna get this Joshua and I'll shut it down for this portion. It's already 10:10. Hell yeah, it's already 10:10. Matthew 25 and 21. Baba Gashah, Wathawada.
Khan. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 21. His Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things.
What? That's cold, bro. That's cold. Finish that out. Finish that out, Anaya. That's cold, bro. That's cold.
Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord.
Straight like that. So if you serve him even in the little things, he said he will bless you with many things. Enter now the joy of the Lord. Enter now the joy of the Lord. It makes him happy when we do. Hey, think about how your parents felt when you did what they told you to do. Think of the elation. Think of how magnanimously they were proud of you. Think about that. And it only does the same thing to the Lord. Y'all think it's a big difference. There's a big difference, but it's not too much of a big difference if you please your parents, because the Lord said, please your parents. That's a commandment, and that would make him happy. So doing other things that he told you to do will bring the joy to him. And when you bring joy to him, he's only going to pay it back. He's going to give it to you. He's going to give you joy. He's going to let you chill. You know what I'm saying? He ain't going to stress you out too much. But you got to give him something. That something is keeping his commandments. That something is doing exactly what the Father, our Father, told us to do. And it brings him joy. And it brings him delightful joy to see us doing his wonderful works. I can't explain it no better, man. I can't explain it no better. That's a hot verse. That's a hot precept right there that you just read. That's a hot precept. Give me Mark 9:35. Somebody give me Mark 9:35. Baba Gashal. We're gonna keep this show on the road.
Con, I got you.
Come.
This Mark 9:35. And he sat down and called the 12 and saith unto them, if any man desire to be first, the same shall be last of all and servant of all.
Mm-hmm. And servant of all. Man, you don't get you don't get a more clear cut version of this right here. You just don't. He's telling you that the what you have to do is you have to serve him. You want anything done right for you. You want him to abide by you. You want the angels to actually walk and protect you and your children and your family. You got to serve the Lord, man. It's not grievous. Keeping his commandments is not grievous. It'll actually work out better for you, man. It did for me. The brothers that I roll with, I mean, I look at them. I learn a lot from them, man. And they teach me stuff, you know what I'm saying? And it's all Bible. It's all Bible, bro. And it helps me. It increases thy faith within my heart and within my mind, within my soul, man. So it just works out, and it's just beneficial to serve the Lord. It's just highly beneficial to serve the Lord, man. It's gonna help you out and your family, your loved ones too, man. Because they might not be serving, but you serve. The Lord might say, you know what, they kind of reluctant, they ain't up on what he up on, but you know what, he's doing what he needs to do, maybe because he's doing these little things, I'll bless him with many things, like we just read. And those many things could be, look, man, getting your daughter through college, man. Your daughter growing up to be a beautiful, healthy, bright young woman, man. Maybe she'll come in. Hey, this is real cold. Maybe the blessings that you get from doing and serving the Lord, he might bring them into the truth. He might bring them in the truth. That's what a lot of Israelite parents who are in this truth want. It's for their family to come in, man. Hey, man, he might bring my sons into the truth. He might bring my daughters. He might bring my brother, my mother, my father into this thing, my cousins. You see what I'm saying? So many blessings could happen for you if you just do what he tells you to do. Be thy servant, man. Wash your brother's feet, man. Take care of your brother. Love your brother, man. Help your brother when he in the time of need, man. Pray for your brother. Pray for your brother's children. Pray for your brother's family, man. Because that's what the Lord told us to do. Love thy neighbor. That's another commandment. That's another way to serve the Lord, man. Is to love thy brother, man. And bring the Lord joy, man. Hey, look, man. Hey, the best thing you could do is want to make the Lord happy. You don't want him to be angry. You don't want the man to be angry. Straight like that. Somebody get me Corinthians. Somebody get me 1 Corinthians 3:9. Baba Gashah. When you got it, read it and call it.
Come. It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 9. For we are laborers together with God. Ye are God's husbandry. Ye are God's building.
Keep going out. Keep going.
Come, verse 10. According to the grace of God, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon.
You see that? So if the Lord's giving you the foundation, you need to build on it, but it needs to be a righteous building. It needs to be a righteous building when you do it. And the only way you get to that righteous building after the foundation that he laid down for you for laboring for him. The only way you do that, man, is to serve him, man. Keep his commandments, man. I tell you, that building gonna turn out to be a nice building, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, that building it'll never topple. So you got to keep his commandments. You got to labor for this man. Hey, like he said, they not real grievous. The commandments ain't really hard. If you put your mind to it, it's not really that hard. You're just becoming a new person. Just becoming a new person. Ain't nothing wrong with becoming a new person. Ain't nothing wrong with pushing that old man to the side that used to get you in all that trouble. And you telling him, yo, man, I can't deal with you no more. You know what I'm saying? And you might have to feed that old man with a long spoon, or don't feed him at all. Starve that man to death, man, till you don't see him no more. That old wicked you. And come into this truth, man. Let me get Deuteronomy 13:4. Baba Gashah, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get one more, and I'll go to the second portion. It's 10:19. I'm tripping. I'm supposed to already be in the second portion. Salakia. Deuteronomy 13:4. We'll read that. I'll read one more, and then we'll get to these. We'll get to this second portion. Call it and read it whenever you got it, Baba Shah.
Come, it's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 4. Ye shall walk after the Lord your God, and fear him, and keep his commandments, and obey his voice, and ye shall serve him and cleave unto him.
You see that? Once again, folks, ain't no shucking and jiving here. Once you get down to the nitty gritty, it's all about serving the Lord Yahweh, walking in his ways, man. Those are where the blessings come from. Over and over again, that's what he wants. He wants your servitude. He wants you to obey what he says, and he wants you to also do what he says. You have to be a doer, not just a listener. You have to be a doer. Hands-on, so to speak. Go to them feast days. Go to the tabernacles, man. Feast of dedications, man. First fruits, man. Do your Yom Kippur, man. Do it, man. Don't step halfway in this joint. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you ain't gonna be able to do everything within a month or two. It's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It didn't happen like that for all of us. It ain't gonna happen like that for you. Lord willing, if it does, man, by the grace of God, You know what I'm saying? Hey, I appreciate that. Shoot. Hey, niggas that transition fast, man. Hey, kudos to you, man. Hey, no, not kudos to you. Yo, kudos to Yahweh, bro. Kudos to Yahweh, man. He allowed that to happen. He allowed for your transition to happen very fast, man. Some of us, it's like a slow burn, you know what I mean? All right, Con, yo, appreciate that. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Oh, we on 2 hours, and do we want to reserve a second portion for next time? Oh, snap. Yeah. Well, let me we are 2 hours already. Let me dang, I want to really bring that out too. Should we do that, Anaya? Should I save it for next time? And we cut it off at this point?
Let the caps decide.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Caps. Y'all decide if y'all want to shut it down.
That's on you. How long is the second half of it?
The second half ain't long at all. I can get through it. I can get through it real quick, man. Oh, I don't even have to do the whole second half portion. I could just do a couple of things, and then I could save the rest for a camp, or you know what I'm saying, or next Warzone Wednesday. Not unless y'all just want to shut it down now. That's up to you, Cat. You and
Nah, that's
Ron.
on you. If you want to wait till next time to bring out the whole lesson without having to rush it, I think that'd probably be good on your part.
Okay, Con. Okay, Con. We'll shut it down right now. So let me shut it down with Joshua 24 and 15, and I'll save my other portion for the next lesson. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. I told you I'll be running late, man. I just get into it. I'm sorry. Salakia. So let me get Joshua 24 and 15, and then let me get Joshua 24 and 15, and then Hebrews 6 and 10, and we shut it down. Come, cause that wicked Eve, yo, that wicked Israelite, that was about to be fire, boy, fire. So that's what's up. I'll save it for the next class.
I got the Joshua 24.
Con, read that out, Baba Shah.
Con, this book of Joshua chapter 24, verse 15.
No, Salakia. Somebody get me. I'm gonna close out with Joshua. Somebody get me Hebrews 6 and 10. Read that first, and I'm gonna close out with Joshua. Salakia. Hebrews 6 and 10. God knows.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 6, verse 10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints, and do minister.
See that? Again, that's him. Hey, you give him joy when you're out here ministering and laboring and doing the works. He will not forget your works, man. He's not going to forget your works. As long as they're righteous and not unrighteous, the Lord Yahweh is not going to forget your works. He will reward you. He will reward you, folks. I promise you that. I promise you that. You might not see it the next day when you want to see it. You ain't going to see it when you want to see it, but you'll see it. Eventually, you'll see it, man. All right, let's close out. Let me get that. Let me get Joshua 24 and 15, man. I thank y'all, brothers, man. I really appreciate y'all, brothers. Let me get Joshua 24 and 15, and then I'll close it down.
It's the book of Joshua, chapter 24, verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Most High, choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Most High.
We will serve who?
We will serve the Most High. Read
that again. It said we will do what?
And we will serve the Most High.
Yo, I'm Officer Hezekiah from YAHAWAH'S camp. I yield my time. Appreciate all you guys for chiming in. Call Yahweh by Shem Mashiach YAHAWAH'S. Love to all Israel. Love to all my brothers at Yahweh's camp. Keep it moving. Keep it safe out there. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. My brother came with the fire. Brother came with smoke, man. Get that brother a hand, man. All praises to the Most High. The brother, the officer Hezekiah, definitely came with a lot of good information, good talking points. Ate the Water King for edifying the nation.
I am the bar.
Yeah, man. And as you can see, when brothers get in the spirit, when that spirit is flowing, precepts coming here and there, precepts coming out. Hey, these lessons can really take a toll of his own, man. So all praises to the Most High. And look, the brother's gonna come back and finish up at a later date and time. Maybe we can get the brother come back on next week to finish the lesson, do a part 2 to this thing, and definitely grab the ear of the women in Israel. All praises to the Most High for that. Anybody want to say something before we shut it down?
Nah, that was just a fire lesson from King Hezekiah. That was fire.
The water cat. Thanks for you brothers' helps too.
All
praise to the Most High. That's right. All praise to the Most High, man. He did it.
All praises. Yeah, man. Hey, Most High willing, man, we'll be out there on the highways and byways this Friday evening. So if brothers or if you're looking to come in fellowship with brothers, man, we're going to be out there at our usual spot. Just hit us up on YouTube. We'll be on Glenwood Avenue, the Most High willing. Hey, man, that's all I got. I think next coming up, we got a new movie coming up in about 3 more weeks. So, we got time for that as we wind down the summer. Again, definitely putting that good work in. And with that, man, we're going to go ahead and shut it down until next Wednesday. Yasha the water for stopping by. Again, please like, subscribe, share the video. And see you in about a week. Most High willing. Shalom.
Shalom.
All praises. Hey, man. Hey, that was good. That was good lesson. All praises to the Most